How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin, back with another video. This time, it's not a how-to video. This video is going to be on me attempting to make a knife with my forge. I've only tried it one time. I did a railroad spike, and I played around with a railroad spike. That's the only thing I've ever actually tried to make into a knife. Well, today I found this old wrench, and it's a very old wrench. I do believe it may even say Ford on it or something. Let's see what it's got. I see a W something on there, but it's really rusted up. It's in rough shape, and we don't care if it's an antique. We don't care what it is. I'm going to try to make it into a knife. But now, like I said, it's not a how-to video. It's me attempting to make a knife. I never really messed. You've seen the knife that I made, and that's the only one I've ever tried to make on the forge. So I'm not going to be teaching you anything. Probably you're going to be teaching me in this video. So maybe you could leave in the comments some of the things I could change, or maybe some different things I could do to make it easier to make a knife. So let's get to it. Let's give it a try. Alright, I don't have a whole lot of light in the garage here, but I hope this will work out okay. I'll try to stay out of your light. This is the wrench, and what I thought I'd do is, as you can see, the wrench is actually twisted. It's got a twist in it. So what I thought I'd do is I was going to use one part of this as a handle, and then I thought I would try to cut a piece of this off right here, and then I would cut a piece of this off right here, so I could make this, maybe I could round this out and make it into a point, but keep this little piece of metal, because it's not giving me a very long blade from there to there. But I'm sure I'm going to draw out a little bit, I think. So I'm going to try to cut this off in the shape up in an angle, and then we'll try to cut this off right here. That's going to be my first step. Now, the noise you're hearing right now is my blower motor. I'm hoping that it isn't too high. It's, messing up the volume. But now, I don't have very many hammers, and I don't have very many tongs. I don't have a lot of the forging tools that a lot of people do. So, but like I said, I'm going to do my best to make a knife. And I don't know how it's going to work out, but we'll see. I'm not sure if I should have had that hotter. Maybe get it a bit hotter. Okay, we got one piece off. I'll throw that in, heat it up again, see if I can get the other side off. I don't have a lot of hammers. I have a few. You guys see me build the hammer handle for this one here. I've actually got this out of an old garage. My buddy was cleaning it out, and I asked him if I could have it, and he said, yeah, take it. It's just an old hammer. They was going to throw it away, the hammer head. And I didn't have a handle, so I made that handle. You can watch the video on that. And I also have the videos on the forge too, if you like to see how I built the forge. Like I said, I don't have a lot of tools, but I work with what I have, and that's all I got. That's all I got. Okay, let's try to get this other side off. sure that I could do this. I should have my gloves on. Okay, that's what we got to work with. So now I'm going to try to turn that into a knife blade. Yeah, no fancy grind. I don't have any fancy sanders or nothing, so we'll have to deal with what I have when I get done with it. I'm going to try to straighten that thing out just a little bit. That's something I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong. I do know my forge works pretty good. It works actually really well. I'm trying to get a more of a sharp edge down here. The knife has actually got a bit of a twist to it there. Of course, it had a little bit of a twist when I started. What I may do now is I might go ahead and try to get this a little thinner up here. And then maybe I'll do some grinding on it. See if I can get some grinding done to it to give it more shape. Okay, I think I may be able to work with this if I use a grinder on it and grind it a little bit. I should be able to get some type of a knife out of this thing. I'm hoping. Be a funky looking one, but we'll take anything right now. Okay, this knife is pretty crooked. So I'm going to lay it on this thing and try to get it a little more flatter than what it is. It's pretty crooked. I mean, it's like all warped up. And like I said, if you guys could tell me what I'm doing wrong, I appreciate it. I don't mind the comments. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make a knife. And I noticed when I was beating this out, this curled up really far, more than I wanted it to. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. But I'm sure somebody out there will be able to help me out. I think that's pretty straight. That don't look too bad. Now I'm going to let that cool off, and then I'm going to try to use my sander on it. I don't have a belt sander, so I'm going to use a 4-inch grinder with a sanding wheel, and I'll see how that turns out. Alright, this is the type of wheel I was going to use because I don't have a belt sander. This is all I have. I have grinding wheels, and then I have these sanding wheels. So I figured I'd give it a try and see what would happen. That don't look too bad. Actually, that cleans it up pretty decent. Now, I really didn't want to take all the forge marks out of the blade. I would really like to keep some of them to show that it is homemade. I don't want it to be a perfect blade. I'm not into the perfect stuff, so just clean it up a little bit, get its shape. Then I'm going to try to temper it. I'll tell you, that's a funky looking blade. I'll probably do a little bit more on that side. Clean that side up a little bit more, and then clean that one up a little more. But I don't have much of an edge on there yet. I wasn't sure whether I was to temper this first or temper it after I got it sharp. but we're still a little crooked on it. It's not the straightest, but we're working on it. Maybe I'll take a little bit more off to try to get a little more sharper, because it's still probably a 1/16 of an inch here. So we'll get a little sharper. We'll use this sander and get a little sharper. Okay, I'm going to try to get, that's a pretty nasty looking knife, but I'll try to go ahead and see if I can temper this blade. I've never done one before, but we'll try it. Well, that'd be a good slashing blade, that's for sure. It would slash. So that's what I got so far. Alright, I got the knife down in there, and I'm not really 100% on how hot I need this. I know I don't want it melting, but we're just going to give it a try and see if I can get it to harden up. Now, I just have, let me get these tripods over here. I have that bucket of oil, which is just a quart of oil. I just cut the top off of it. Now it's plastic. I don't know if I'm supposed to use plastic or not. I was looking for something metal, but I can't find anything metal to put the oil in. So I was just going to use that bucket. It's not a great big blade. I think it'll get the whole blade in there, so we're going to give it a try. Alright, now I'll take a file to it and see if we go. Oh baby, it sounds hard. It sounds hard. It's not really doing much to it. I think we did that. That's why we don't use that can. I melted the hole right in the bottom of it. So I suppose we want to make sure that we use something that is actually metal instead of wood. Now I got this thing cooled off, I'm just going to take a wire brush and clean it up. Okay, what I was going to do now is just take the sander back over this, take a little bit more off, and then I'm going to try to file it. Now I'm just going to take a file over this and try to sharpen the edge up. I don't know if this is high carbon steel or what type of steel it is, but I just wanted to make a knife, and it doesn't matter to me really. I just wanted to make a knife. I haven't been using my forge, and I'd like to do just a little bit more with it. I put a lot of time in building the forge. I figured why not try to make something out of it. Well, that's not much of a knife, but I'm sure you guys will help me out on my next one. I mean, I got a big bend in this right here. I wasn't crazy about that bend, but when you put the knife in your hand, it's actually pretty good, and it'd be great for slashing. I don't know what else you could do with it, but it's definitely sharp. I got a good edge on it. Whether it'll hold or not, I'm not sure. And if you guys see what I did wrong, try to help me correct what I did wrong, and maybe I'll try to do another knife. I need to watch more videos on YouTube on how to make them. But that's what I got so far. And it looks like a knife. It's definitely a good slasher. I'm not sure whether it be anything else, but I made it and I like it. It's pretty cool.
Well, as you can see, I'm not much of a blacksmith. I could build a forge, but making a knife is a little bit hard for me. That's the reason why I haven't really used a forge that much, because I don't know a lot about the forge. I'm a pretty good fabricator, but when it comes to something like this, it does take skill. I don't have much skill on beating out a knife. If you guys could leave me a comment down there and let me know some of the things I could have changed to try to make a better knife, because I'm not real, like I said, I'm not good. I need to watch more videos. I noticed I got a pretty good curl in this, and I think it was because I was beating too much on this. Maybe I should have straightened it out first, but I kind of like the knife. It's kind of cool looking, you know, so I'm okay with that. And definitely, I did learn one thing. Don't use plastic to put your oil in, because it'll melt your drum. And it did melt mine, so I got a mess to clean up now. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, and don't forget comments down below. Till next time, guys, thanks for watching.